Hello everybody, this is David Thomas. I'm at the house where my stepson, Joseph Caney Stephen Ramsey, lost his life in a fire, as you can see. I'm here making a little film, a little video, to briefly tell his story of how he left this world, and to bring awareness also to the dangers of house fires and awareness to things that can be done to try to prevent loss of life in tragic fires like this. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm just going to film a little bit, kind of talk as I do. As you can see, it was a devastating fire. From our understanding, the kids awoke and smelled smoke, and they thought it might be the wood-burning stove in the fireplace. They got up and looked. It was not that. They thought maybe Stephen was cooking something on the stove. They looked, and it was not that either. They went downstairs to look to see if they could find Stephen. Came back up and heard a boom on their way back into the house. Ran to Stephen and Wendy's bedroom, where Stephen met them on his way out. At that point, he made sure all the kids were out the front door here, in the front yard, out of harm's way. Told them to hold hands and all go to the neighbor's house. And then he turned and went back into the house. Believed that he was going to look for the family pets that the kids were worried about. And the best that can be determined, Stephen went through the house, came out the back door, onto the back porch, which you see here. I believe he came out the house onto the back porch, came down the stairs. He was looking for the fire, thinking perhaps he could put it out before it took their home and their belongings. He came down the stairs, which you see here. Saw the fire in the basement. Went in the basement, either to make sure there were no pets in there or to try to put out the fire to save the home and their belongings. Kind of an instinctual thing. And he never came back out of the basement. He was found about middle ways back from the front door where he went in. Stephen lived here with his fiancee, Wendy, and their 3 children, or their 3 children, Teresa, Haley, and Dustin. They were engaged to be married. They lived and loved in this home. And it's sad to have such a tragic end. It's a beautiful place, surrounded by the beautiful mountains that they loved. Big yard where they played and smiled and laughed and did like all families do. And I just want to bring awareness to how important it is to have things that will alert you to fire and prepare your family to be safe from such devastation. One, having an exit plan for yourself, your children, your family, and practicing that plan. What to do if there's a fire, if you hear a smoke alarm or a fire alarm go off, what to do, where to meet, how to safely get out of the house, where to meet once you're outside the house, those type things. I think that's important. I think it's important to routinely, 2 or 3 times a year, go over that, practice that, so that they know and they're not afraid. They know exactly what to do, even in the heat of the moment. Also, the importance of fire and smoke detectors, making sure they are well placed, making sure they work, not disabling them, taking the batteries out of them every time you cook something they go off, or every time you build a fire in the fireplace, the smoke sets it off and it's just nerving. Don't disconnect them because of those things. Just simply wave something in front of them until they stop going off. But please don't disconnect them. And also having smoke and fire detectors in crawl spaces, in basements, where I don't think there was one in this basement. It may have alerted them in plenty of time to where no life would have been lost in this case. Also having fire extinguishers that are full and charged, checked regularly, so that hopefully you can, once you're alerted to a fire, you can put it out safely and possibly prevent this type stuff. Our son lost his life here on January the 21st, around 2 a.m. in the morning. But he got their 3 children out, plus 2 children of the neighbors. That were staying the night. They were having a sleepover. So he made sure 5 children were out of the house. Looked to get the family pets out because the children were worried about them. And then went into the basement to try to put the fire out, save their home and their belongings. And he never came out. He passed away that day, that morning. A hero for what he did and tried to do. He was loved greatly, and will be